being ranked the second best tennis player in the world. Yet instead of being celebrated, you're caught in a storm of controversy. That was Tony Roche's reality during the 1977 Davis Cup final. Despite his incredible talent and hard work, Roche faced intense backlash. As if the controversy wasn't enough, Roche's body also began to betray him. Injuries piled up, leading to multiple surgeries that only made his path more difficult. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe. During the doubles match against Italy in the 1977 Davis Cup, things took a heated turn for Tony Roche and his partner, John Newcombe. The Italian team accused the Australians of gamesmanship, claiming they were purposely dragging out the match. According to the Italians, Roche and Newcombe were taking way too long between points and even asking for unnecessary towel changes to stall the game. It wasn't just a simple complaint, it sparked some tense moments on the court, with the Italian team clearly frustrated by what they saw as unfair tactics. These accusations stirred up quite a bit of drama, and the match became more than just a battle of skill. Tempers flared, and there were some heated exchanges between the two teams. However, despite all the tension and accusations, none of this ended up affecting the final outcome. In the end, Australia emerged victorious, with Roche and Newcombe helping their team secure the Davis Cup win. If this wasn't stressful enough for him, his injuries started declining his performances. Starting in the late 1960s, Tony Roche began suffering from a condition that would haunt him throughout his career: severe tennis elbow, also known as epicondylitis. This wasn't just a minor ache or discomfort. It was a serious injury that deeply affected his game, particularly his powerful serve, which had been one of his biggest strengths. The pain was so bad at times that it limited his ability to play at the level he was capable of. Roche didn't just try to tough it out, he underwent at least 3 surgeries in an effort to fix the problem. Despite these surgeries, the issue kept coming back, which was incredibly frustrating for someone at the top of their game. Each time Roche thought he might have beaten the injury, it would flare up again, making it harder for him to maintain his form. This injury created one of the biggest what-ifs in tennis history. Many people, including experts and fans, if Roche had stayed healthy, he could have easily become the world #1. He had the skill, the talent, and the drive, but his body simply didn't cooperate. It's a painful reminder of how even the greatest athletes can be derailed by injuries, leaving us to wonder what might have been if things had gone differently for Tony Roche. Roche first picked up a tennis racket when he was just 9 years old, playing at school. His love for the game wasn't just a random discovery. His parents both enjoyed playing tennis recreationally and encouraged his interest. His father worked as a butcher, while his mother also played for fun, and they made sure to support their son's growing passion. That early encouragement paid off in a big way, as Roche grew up playing tennis in Australia, where he was fortunate to be coached by the legendary Harry Hopman. Hopman wasn't just any coach. He also guided other Australian tennis greats like Rod Laver and Ken Rosewall, so Roche was in excellent company. In January 1968, Roche made the big leap to professional tennis by signing with World Championship Tennis. He joined an elite group of players, including John Newcombe, Cliff Drysdale, Nikola Pilic, and Roger Taylor, forming what was known as the Handsome Eight. Roche's move to the pro circuit came with a hefty payday. He was guaranteed $125,000 annually, which was an impressive amount for the time. To put it into perspective, that was the same salary as Willie Mays, who was the highest paid baseball player at the time. Roche wasted no time making his mark on the WCT Tour. In 1968, he was the leading money winner, showcasing just how dominant he was. One of the biggest highlights of that year came at Madison Square Garden, where he competed in the final for the combined WCT NTL professional tours. Roche managed to defeat tennis legends Rod Laver in the semifinals and Pancho Gonzalez in the final, earning him the title of combined professional champion for 1968. Throughout his career, Roche built a fascinating rivalry with Laver. Remarkably, during Laver's famous Grand Slam season in 1969, Roche actually held a personal head-to-head advantage over him, winning 5 of their 9 matches that year. One of their most memorable encounters was at the 1969 Australian Open in Brisbane, where the two put on a classic showdown. Roche even played against Laver in the final match of Laver's historic Grand Slam run, facing off in the 1969 US Open final. Roche had many other notable achievements. He won the US Pro Championships in 1970, defeating Laver in a tough 5-set final. In 1969, he claimed the New South Wales Open title.
Peyton and Pat winning Grand Slams and Philippoussis being in the final, so we really haven't been starved.
Once again beating Laver in a close 4-set match. and he added a second New South Wales title to his name in 1976, defeating Dick Stockton. One of Roche's most memorable moments came in 1977, nearly a decade after he had last represented Australia in the Davis Cup. In the final against Italy, Roche delivered a stunning performance, upsetting the top Italian player, Adriano Panatta, with a straight-set victory of 6-3, 6-4, 6-4. His win led Australia to a 3-1 triumph, securing the Davis Cup for his country. Sadly, shoulder and elbow injuries eventually caught up with Roche, cutting his career short. Despite finishing in the top 10 for 6 straight years, these injuries became too much to overcome, forcing him to step back from the game earlier than he would have liked. His transition into coaching started off strong when he became the player coach for the Denver Rackets, a team that went on to win the very first World Team Tennis competition in 1974. For his efforts, Roche was named the WTT Coach of the Year, marking the beginning of what would be a highly respected coaching career. One of his most notable coaching partnerships began in 1985 when Ivan Lendl, then one of the top players in the world, hired Roche as his full-time coach. Lendl specifically sought Roche's expertise on volleying, an area where he wanted to improve. At that time, Lendl had his sights set on winning Wimbledon, and because Roche had been such a skilled grass court player during his career, Lendl believed that Roche's knowledge would help him achieve his dream. Roche's coaching influence continued with other big names in tennis. From 1997 until the end of his career in 2002, Roche coached Patrick Rafter, another world #1 player. Rafter's success during those years is a testament to Roche's ability to guide top-tier talent. In 2005, Roche took on another high-profile coaching role when he began working with Roger Federer. The partnership was based on trust, with no formal contract, just a handshake agreement, and Roche was paid on a weekly basis. Federer sought Roche's help for a different reason than Lendl had. Instead of grass court advice, Federer wanted to improve his clay court game, and since Roche had won the French Open back in 1966, he was the perfect coach for the job. Their partnership lasted until May 2007, during which Federer continued to dominate the tennis world. Roche's coaching resume didn't end there. He also coached two-time Grand Slam singles champion Lleyton Hewitt, working with him as Hewitt aimed to revive his career after going through a rough patch on the ATP Tour. Roche's reputation as a coach continued to grow, thanks to his ability to adapt to different players' needs and bring out the best in them, whether they were aiming for grass court mastery or a comeback on the court. Well, that brings us to the end of the video, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe so that you ever miss an update.